Did we come here to see some wildlife? Yeah, well that's good because you have just been joined by some of our beautiful macaws. These birds are native to Central and South America, and these colourful characters are pretty hard to miss, both in sight and sound.
Now there's 17 species of macaw, ranging from the smallest of parrots all the way up to the highest, which can grow to be over 1 metre long.
And they all have their own unique personalities and looks. Those feather lines on their faces are just like our fingerprints, meaning they're unmatchable to any other.
It is unfortunate due to these good looks that people are still stealing them from their forest homes to be sold as illegal pets. Now we want to keep these beautiful birds flying free by always saying no to the illegal wildlife trade.
And trust us folks, you do not want a pet bird that can live up to 100 years old, but will forever remain as high price.
Now what we're demonstrating here isn't a trick that we've taught this bird, it's a natural behaviour known as eating on the wing. So kites can catch their food in mid-flight, and then they choose to land to eat it if it's to the east coast and even Southeast Asia. Now they're found around waterways as their favourite food item to eat is fish. Now your brummaty kites, being a bird of prey, won't only eat fish, a bird of prey, like your white-bellied sea eagles and even your ospreys. So kites are what's known as currents of the Australian sky, as they're a very tricky species. What they'll do is if they need to find a larger species, they'll come down and harass that bird. Now they'll bomb dive and hopefully that bird will drop their catch for an
keeping your ears and your eyes open. You might be lucky enough to see some of these beautiful birds flying around Australia.
Right now, I would love to introduce you all to the speed demons of the bird world, our rainbow and red coloured lorikeets.
At Australia Zoo.
Yeah, wild snakes, however, if really cornered or threatened, the only thing those snakes can do to defend themselves, well, that is to bite. So it makes a lot of sense to find out that most people get bitten by snakes when they're actually trying to capture or kill the animal.
But fortunately, first aid for a snake bite is extremely easy and effective, and just by following these next simple instructions, you could one day save someone's life.
What is going on there? No, we're just playing around. Oh, we know, we've organised it already. Aiden's come out here today to do our snake bite demonstration. Now, Aiden has been bitten around the ankle right here. Now, the first thing you've got to remember is to keep your patient calm, keep the patient still, because the more they move around, the more the venom can circulate throughout the body. Now, this is a great opportunity for me right now to grab out my trusty bandage. I've forgotten the bandage.
I think I might know someone that could possibly help. He almost helped us, but here's something I prepared earlier. And if the bird does not deliver you a bandage, or you don't have a bandage yourself, don't worry, a piece of clothing or even a belt can do the trick.
And to think that that bird does its job for birdseed, hey, it still gets it right. Okay, so I'm going to go 3 to 4 times around the bite side, and then I'm going to continue up the rest of the limb.
Just remember, don't do it
Monty slowly swimming out. Now, what we're going to do with the help of Monty is show you exactly what not to do up in Northern Australia. So, Richie and myself are going to make some pretty massive mistakes. If you do the opposite of what we do, you're going to be absolutely fine. So, I mean, what Richie was doing back there is a pretty massive mistake. Way too close to the water's edge. Like me standing here. If I was here trying to have a fish, you would have no idea that a pretty big crocodile is slowly making his way out. But the biggest mistake people make isn't just standing too close to the water's edge, it's getting in the water. This is what people do. I mean, it's dark, it's dirty, murky water. They get in knee deep, if not straight out to have a swim. And he's not showing himself at all. And he's hunting through the vibrations of my feet. And to be honest, this makes him pretty angry. So now he is all keen and all angry. He's all yours, Richie.
Thanks, Zero. Come on, come on. That's it. Come on, bud. Look up. Look. Oh. How's that? A little miss from me. Alright. Look at the size of Monty now that he's out. In the water it can be a bit deceiving as to how big he is.
Yeah, right. So, I mean, he's pretty intent right there, but as soon as I walk closer to the water, straight away he's turning around. He knows I'm getting close to where he wants to protect. I mean, this is his home, and he knows that if I'm in his water, I'm in his home. So straight away he goes back under, and he's back in his hunt and stalk mode. And he's hoping to hang around too long so he gets a good chance to strike out and grab me, but literally right here, he could do a strike and hit this fence in one go. So, I feel pretty nervous standing here. Now, I mean, the reason we are so scared standing in front of him and so nervous being around him is in his jaws, obviously he has those massive teeth, but behind that is his jaw pressure. He's got more jaw pressure than any other animal on the planet. So he's probably got around 3,000 to 4,000 pounds per square inch closing jaw pressure, which if he was to grab me, say struck out and grabbed a big body, I would literally explode out both ends like a tube of toothpaste. So he's amazing at what he does. He's an amazing predator. I'm showing you one form of strike, but Richie's going to show you the other.
Alright, this is called a tail walk. Now, in saltwater crocs hatch out of an egg, they're about 15 centimetres long. They're really quite small. But at that size, when there's frogs and insects on reeds and brushes overhanging the water, they'll launch out and grab a hold of them. But then as adults, they can still do a tail walk, come up out of the water and grab a hold of something to eat. To do this, he'll angle his head up, he'll have a look. When he's thinking about going, you'll see the tail start to twitch as well. because that's where he gets his power from. You can see he's pretty keen already. That's pretty good for Monty. There's some our frogs get as high as this top rail, so they can get right up out of the water. Oh, and there's that animal like a flying fox. Flying foxes will sometimes roost from branches above the water, and they hang upside down from the branch of a tree. He's ready to go. Oh! Can you grab that one, Nero?
No way, mate.
It's just kind of drifting away. Alright, but the lesson there for us is just don't climb out on anything which overhangs the water.
Now, Frog territory is not here on the Sunshine Coast. It begins up in North Queensland, goes across the top of Australia, and it ends down in Broome in Western Australia.
Alright, we're going to try and get him out one more time to show you how fast he can be on land. People want to say that they can run as fast as a horse, they can chase you down, but that right there is pretty much flat out for Monty. Give it up for one last time. Amazing. And I mean, if you have a look at him, you can see why he's so slow. I mean, he's got these short little stunted legs that are like this long that have to carry around, 350 kilos. He's got that big round belly underneath him.